Hello, my beautiful friend. It's Betsy Gutting. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Pisces new moon happening March 2nd, 2022. This is a moon that is potentially deeply soul shifting that could change your life. I'm not exaggerating. This feels like one of those moons, one of those times when you could look back on your life and say, that's when I had a real epiphany. That's when I had an awakening. That's when the light bulb went off and I started to see my life with brand new eyes. When you change the way you see your life, a door opens for your life to dramatically change. And it does feel like a dramatic new moon because even though Pisces energy is calming, it's soothing, this new moon feels very sweet and ethereal even. It's conjunct Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. So it's also a wake-up new moon, and there's like a wormhole created that we can kind of slide through into a whole new level of consciousness that then ripples out to every area of our lives. So I'm excited to tell you about the aspects, and I want to share a love story with you. I want to share a miracle story with you because this is a moon of miracles as well. If we consciously tap into it, if it's our intention to have a breakthrough, this is a breakthrough, potentially breakthrough new moon. Now, as I said, it's March 2nd, 2022. We've got that 2 energy again, just like we had with the 2/22/2022 portal. Separate video I have for you on that. If you haven't seen that yet, I encourage you to watch it. It's happening at 9:35 a.m. Pacific time, 12:35 p.m. Eastern time, and 5:35 Universal time. So be sure to adjust the time for wherever you are on the planet and let me know where you're tuning in from because I love connecting with you. I'm a Gemini sun. Geminis are all about connecting. For those of you who have been commenting on my videos, I just am so grateful to you. Thank you for your likes, for your comments, for your shares, and for subscribing to my channel because you completely are helping my channel to grow. And I just love interacting with you. So thank you so much. Okay, so this new moon is happening at 12 degrees of Pisces. Now, if you have personal planets or points between 7 and 17 degrees of Pisces, 7 and 17 degrees of Pisces in your natal astrology chart, or 7 to 17 degrees of any of the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, or Sagittarius, you will feel this new moon more intensely. I'm going to do readings for all 12 signs, so be sure and listen for your sun, moon, and rising. These are the Archangel Oracle cards, so perfect for a Pisces new moon, the ethereal realms, divine love. But be sure to listen to the whole video because the beginning is where I talk with you about the aspects and how you can really navigate and use these energies to your greatest advantage. And if you are new to me, welcome. I'm Betsy Gutting. I am an intuitive life coach and a psychic astrologer, and I love helping you to free yourself to follow your heart's true calling, whatever's calling to you. Where would you like support? Where would you like to feel more empowered? In what area of your life are you ready to catalyze a real positive shift? We can do an astrology consultation where I share with you your gifts and your talents and your soul's blueprint, or we can do a coaching session or soul alchemy coaching, which is the deep dive into a whole new life transformation. So I'll leave the links below to my coaching and my astrology consultations and to my website. And I have a free gift for you. I'll tell you all about your free gift and how you can get it at the end of the video. I invite you to take in a nice deep breath and let's dive in to the Pisces new moon. Okay, so first of all, every new moon is where the sun and the moon come together at the exact same degree. In this new moon, it's Pisces. Pisces is the 12th house of the zodiac. New moons, by the way, are about new seeding, new desires, new hopes and dreams and wishes. It's where we have a fresh start to a brand new cycle. But what's interesting about Pisces energy is it's the 12th house is associated with Pisces, and that is the house of endings. It's the house of clearing out. It's like when a big wave comes in and it clears out everything. And Pisces is this deep, watery energy. It is the ocean. It is each of us as a drop in the ocean, but also the whole ocean at the same time. It's our true self. It's our highest self. It's divine love. It's oneness. It's deep inner peace. Pisces is deep compassion. It's loving your neighbor. It's loving your enemy. That's how deep Pisces goes. Unconditionally loving energy. It's also our imagination. So Pisces energy is, and I love that the light is flooding in right now, but I hope you can see me okay. So it's our imagination. It's when you go see a movie or you hear a piece of music that just transports you into a whole other world. Do you ever come out of a movie and you're like, oh my God, like everything's changed. I see everything differently. I'm free. And that happens to me a lot, but I have my sun, Mercury, and Venus all in the 12th house. So I am very 12th house Piscean, even though those planets are in Gemini. The 12th house is also connected to our, some people see it as the house of undoing. I don't like that characterization of the 12th house at all, but it is where we can sabotage ourselves. It is the subconscious mind. It is our lightest light and our darkest dark, our darkest fears. It's where we don't have confidence sometimes, where we don't see ourselves as we truly are, where we tend to feel disappointment and disillusionment. So those are, that's what we call the lower octave of Pisces energy. It is our spiritual vision. It's our dreams. It's our, where we get intuitive hits in the middle of the night when we're woken up by a dream. It is our divine birthright to actualize ourselves to our fullest potential, our deepest soul fulfillment, our soul's true calling. This new moon in Pisces, therefore, has the potential to catalyze a whole spiritual rebirth for you, or to give you a brand new vision of your life, to see yourself with brand new eyes. It is conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter is where we have our beliefs, our deep-seated beliefs about who we are, what we're capable of, our potential, what we can create in life, what we can have. This new moon, sun and the moon together with Jupiter, wants us to believe in ourselves and to see life from a whole new vantage point. It wants us to release any belief that's in the way of us having the life that we want. I really see this new moon conjunct Jupiter as a chance to change the way we see life. Is there something in your life that maybe a dream you've given up on, maybe a hope that you had that hasn't come to fruition, something that you've always wanted to manifest and it hasn't manifested, and you are feeling like, can I ever have this? Or maybe you gave up on it. Well, I have an example for you on how you can shift this. This is a love story. This is a love story that is very near and dear to my heart because it's about my mom, Sandy Gutting. So my mom, Sandy Gutting, grew up with an alcoholic father who was very distant. She never felt the love, the love of a father, someone who had her back, who cared for her so deeply that they would do anything for her. That protection that so many people want from their partner, right? She never had that. And she married a man, my father, who was similarly distant. They had a lot of, conflict in their relationship. It was what you would call a bad marriage, okay? They were married for 18 years. And finally, even though my mom was a homemaker, she was very dependent on my dad financially, she finally got up the nerve to ask my father for a divorce. So before they were officially divorced, my father very tragically passed away suddenly from a heart attack. So leaving my mom, 46 years of age, with 4 daughters to raise between the ages of 10 and 18, and basically no money. They'd even sold our family home because they were divorcing for very little profit. So my mom was pretty much left with nothing, including no career. But fortunately, she had worked as a flight attendant early on in her life, and she was able to get another job through the airlines in their reservations department. She was able to make a living. When it came to her love life, though, my mom had no hope for love in her life, okay? She'd never had that love of a man, ever, that deep, true love. She'd never had it. And so she dated just a little bit here and there, maybe between 46 and 50 or so, and then she gave up. She completely gave up on love, ever having love in her life. Fast forward, she's 78 years old. 32 years she had no love. 78 years old. And I remember sitting with her in a restaurant, maybe 77. I remember sitting with her in this Italian restaurant. We're drinking red wine. We're eating pizza. My daughters are with me and they're talking. And my mom and I are talking. I'm like, Mom, don't you want a man in your life? Wouldn't you love to have love? It seems like you don't care that you don't have that. Is that true? And she said, I don't know, like all the men that are my age, they all go for younger women. And she'd been telling us this for years and years and years, like 30 years she'd been going, all the men I'm interested are not interested in me. All the men my age want younger women. That was her story. So I asked her, if this could happen for you though, if it could happen anyway, if there was one man that's out there for you, would you want it? And she goes, well, sure, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but okay, sure. I twist my arm, I'll say yes. A week later, she finds herself at a birthday party in California. She lives in Seattle at this time. We all live in Seattle, but we're all raised in California. She's invited to this birthday party. High school friends. Now, remember, my mom's 78 at this point. She's invited to go to a birthday party of, high school friends, like 10 people are there. She goes, she's sitting across the room from a man who was she had had a summer romance with. His name was Red, nickname Red, okay? So Red is sitting across the room. They're 78 and 79 years old, and Red says, Sandy, you look so beautiful. You haven't aged a bit. Sandy, can I have your phone number? Can I get your email? Actually, he asked for her email. She gave him her email. I said, Mom, what was it like to see him? Like, she wasn't expecting to see anyone there that she, had known that well, certainly not like a former boyfriend. They had had a summer romance. That was it. But they fell madly in love that summer. And their romance was only one summer long because Red didn't have a car. He didn't have any money. And she lived in LA. She went to school in LA and he went to school in Oceanside. So they were a couple hours apart. They both went their separate ways. They never spoke again until this evening at this birthday party. He gets her number. They start talking. Before you know it, they're beginning to visit each other back and forth. They both had flight benefits, free tickets to fly. Now, what are the chances that they would both have freedom to fly for nothing, living in separate states, my mom in Seattle, him in Southern California? What would be the chances that they would both be able to fly back and forth without paying anything? His daughter worked for the airlines. My mom had worked for the airlines. Amazing. He called her every morning at 9 a.m. He called her every night at 9 p.m., standing dates. They played Words with Friends, Scrabble, over the internet, online, almost every day. They fell in love all over again. They were together until Red passed away in 2019, and then my mom passed away in 2020. They had the sweetest romance. She felt loved. She felt protected. She finally felt seen by a man who adored her, who would do anything for her. She had to change that story. She had to change that story that there was no one out there for her, that there was nobody who would be interested in her because they all wanted younger women. And she did. And within a couple of weeks, this love came back into her life. So this is the power of this new moon conjunct Jupiter. And by the way, 7 years after my mom and Red reunited from their high school days, 7 years after they reunited, a journalist picked up their story. A San Diego newspaper wrote their story, their reunited love story, and it went viral. It went all over the internet. Even the UK Daily News picked it up. So I'll leave the link below if you're curious to their story. It was my mom's like Leo sun dream come true. She had her moment in the limelight. It was so cool. 2 more aspects, actually 3 more aspects briefly I want to share with you. One is this new moon is sextile Uranus. Uranus is the planet of awakenings, of out of the blue happenings. Uranus wants us to see from a higher vantage point. It's sextile, it's positive energy flow. Uranus is like the story with my mom in red. Like all of a sudden, something happens. You get an invitation to a party, you go, you meet a guy, you fall in love. Or you get an invitation to a party and you get a new job. Or something happens that you're not expecting and it flows in. This is this energy. Saturn and Mercury are conjunct. What does that mean? They're in Aquarius. Aquarius is associated with our vibration, our frequency. We have changed. We have grown. You are not the same person you were before. You have evolved spiritually, especially during these last 2 very difficult years that we've had. You have grown. Some of your relationships, some of your connections, whether it's a significant other, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a neighbor, whether it's someone you do business with, somebody whose services you use, your doctor, your dentist. It could be any connection that you have. Those are being upgraded. Listen to your intuition. When your intuition says, I think I need a new dentist. I think I need to not have that conversation that I normally have every day with my mail carrier. I don't know why. They're a nice person. That dentist does good work. I don't know why, but I suddenly have doubts. I suddenly feel like I need to call on another person. I need to find another connection for whatever this thing in my life is that I need. Trust that, because everything that is not in vibrational alignment with you is going to begin to fall away. And if you keep holding on to those connections that are a little bit out of sync with you, it's going to drain your energy and you're going to feel it. Or things will start happening. You'll start having glitches and things this happened to me recently where I was like, I don't know why I don't trust that I should still work with this person in a particular area of my life. It all makes sense logically. I think they're good at what they do. I think I can trust them, but some part of me was out of alignment, and Spirit told me it's because you are no longer in sync with her, even though she does great work. It's time for you to find someone who is more in sync with you than that relationship. So if something like that is coming up for you, trust it. Try not to doubt yourself. It's not logical. It won't feel logical, but you will feel in your soul that you need to make the change. Venus and Mars are conjuncting Pluto. Venus has been in Capricorn for over 4 months now. It went through a whole retrograde. It traced its way back through. It's about to come out of post-retrograde shadow. What does this mean? What am I saying? It means that we have learned, we have been supported to have our own backs in a new way. We've strengthened our backbones. We have set new boundaries. We have seen where we have to have boundaries that make our inner child feel safe. We've gotten stronger. When it's conjunct Pluto, when Venus and Mars are conjunct Pluto, right at this new moon, and what are the chances of that? It is like this amazing, gorgeous symphony of orchestration, so synchronistic. When this happens, Pluto is passion, Pluto is personal power. Pluto will, again, be the wave that comes in and clears out anything that is not in alignment with your new vibration. So this is an opportunity, once again, to release. This is a shedding of a skin. There is no question. We have to be willing to let go of control. There's one area of your life, at least, where you are going to be asked to let go of control, where you won't have all the answers necessarily, but something either will come in and that wave will come in and take it away, or you will have already done the inner work on it and you will feel a new igniting of passion in your heart, a new plutonic, not platonic, plutonic surge of power, surge of belief in yourself, surge of, yes, I'm going to go for this. This is around values and self-worth and soul esteem. This is around you saying yes to giving yourself what you need, regardless of what's going on externally in your life, regardless of whether someone else supports you or not. This is you supporting you, you holding your inner child and letting her know you will never ever leave her, never ever leave him. You will always have his back. That's what this energy is. And it can feel intense. We've all felt the Pluto energy. It is intense. But know that whatever you have to let go of, whatever you have to release, is just opening up new space for what your heart really wants. Just like my mom letting go of her story that there are no men out there for her that want her, the ones she wants want her. She had to let that go, even for a moment. Just for a moment she had to let it go to bring in her former boyfriend who was so ready to be in relationship with her again. Let's do the 12 sign reading. So be sure to listen for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, because all of them give you a piece of the full picture of what this new moon has to offer you, what it has to give you for empowerment. All right, so let me get my cards. I'm going to start shuffling the cards. And the first sign that we're going to do is Aries. Now, Aries, this new moon in Pisces is happening in your 12th house, and we've already spoken about the 12th house of Pisces. The 12th house is, this is the new moon is the 12th house moon, so 12th house energy. And so it is spiritual rebirth. It's your connection to your imagination. It is your dreams. It's your visions. It's your clearing away subconscious programming, clearing away past conditioning that isn't true to who you are. So this is really shedding a skin for you, Aries. You're already so fiery, you're a pioneer. Perhaps this is where you want to pioneer something and you have some doubts. You want to, rebuild your confidence in an area that feels where you're maybe pushing the limit of your own potential, your own possibilities. So let's pull a card for you. I'm shuffling the cards. Let's see what the cards have for you, Aries. I love it. Brilliant idea. This card says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition, Aries. And you can see the lightning with the arrow going forward, riding on the unicorn. Go for it, Aries. Brilliant idea. Okay, Taurus. This new moon in Pisces is happening in your 11th house of community, of friendships, of social media, of your whatever you put out into the world, whatever you express, your full expression. It could be career, it could be organizations that you belong to. It's all about community and sharing your ideas, your messages, your heart, whatever it is that you share with the world. And the message that I got for you is stay true to yourself. Come out in your own unique authenticity a little bit more than you have before. This new moon for you is really calling you to strip away any sense of how you should be with others and to give yourself permission to just be who you are with others. And let's see what the cards have to say for you, Taurus. Your card is, clairsentience. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings. They are divine guidance. Clairsentience. So this card is telling you that you have physical sensations that are your gateway to wisdom, Taurus, and become aware of them because they are going to help you even more realize whatever your hopes, wishes, and dreams are, which is also connected with the 11th house. You are clairsentient. You get divine guidance through your body feeling your sensations. It's another gateway for you to your divine guidance. Gemini, this new moon is happening in your 10th house of career, of reputation, of life purpose. This is the top of your chart, Gemini. This is where you are showing the world what you have to offer. It is the most public house. And the message I got for you was lifting limits. It's time to Stop arguing for your limitations and argue for your potential. This is a real possibility for you to increase your achievements, your legacy, what you have to give to the world. So let's see. Increase your own sense of what you can achieve is what I'm trying to say. And let's see what the cards have to say, Gemini. Overcoming difficulties. So just as I was saying, lifting limits. And this says, this is Archangel Jeremiah. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So this card, look at that feather, that light that is beaming down on this. Looks like an eagle. This is saying the worst is over, Gemini. The worst is over. You are not your past. Your current life does not have to equal your past. It's time to release your past and know that the difficulties are behind you. You are soaring into new horizons. Check out the card, like soaring over the mountains, going into this vortex of spiral light shining down upon you. You have so much more potential than you even know. Let go of your past and know that that those limitations are just disillusionment. They're an illusion. That's what I meant to say. They're an illusion. They're not. It's not real. It's not real. Those limitations. You are unlimited in your possibility to achieve, Gemini. Okay, Cancer. Cancer, this new moon is happening in your 9th house of spirituality, of your belief system. So a whole new opportunity to catalyze a new belief about your life and about yourself. This is also the house of adventure, the house of higher learning. So you could be wanting to go back to school. You could be, learning more about astrology. You could be wanting to to travel abroad, wanting to have a whole new adventure, maybe even move abroad, maybe even move to live someplace where you've never lived before that feels very exotic to you. This is seeing beyond your current, what you see is currently possible for you. And the message I got for you was branch out, Cancer, branch out into places that you haven't been before, both metaphorically in your mind, with your spirit. Let's see what the cards have to say. Cancer, my Cancer family, Cancer moon, Cancer rising here. Okay, Cancers. Ooh, this is saying do some chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. So I love this because here, this is your 9th house of higher learning, and this is this beautiful violet energy, which is the 7th chakra, your connection to the divine. And this feels to me like, yes, it's very practical, time to do some chakra clearing, but it's also saying maybe you can learn about new spiritual techniques for healing yourself or for healing others. This is an upgrade in your spiritual knowledge. Your spiritual toolbox is expanding, Cancer. And you may think, I've got so many tools, I don't need any more tools, but you are being beckoned into a higher place in your learning, in your spiritual learning. And this is going to ripple out into every area of your life and free you, liberate you to be able to bring in and attract what it is that your heart is truly desiring. Okay, Leo, this new moon in Pisces is happening in your 8th house of transformation, of death and rebirth, of other people's resources, your partner's resources, or other people that you are committed to in your life where you share resources. This is about your intimacy. It's about your sexuality. This is about deeply heart-bearing, soul-bearing relationships, and taxes as well. Woohoo! And also investments, wherever you have investments like retirement funds. That is also the 8th house. So it encompasses a lot of different things. But in the big picture, I want to invite you to see it as a transformational energy for you, as truly a spiritual rebirth for you, Leo. And let's see what the cards have to say. Something is falling away for you. with this new moon. Something that you no longer need, that has been draining your energy, that's been disempowering for you, that's made you feel small, is falling away. And that's really good news, Leo. And the cards have to say for you, comfort. Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So that makes sense with the 8th house, that you may be going through a whole healing process. Maybe you're recovering from a breakup. Maybe you've had a real setback in your life and you're healing from that. This is Archangel Azrael saying, I'm here to comfort you. Call on me to bring you comfort. So don't push yourself. Don't rush yourself. Allow yourself to be wrapped in the arms of spirit, Leo, and receive. Allow yourself to receive divine love, divine healing love. And this will help you to gather all of your energy and direct it into whatever your heart desires next. Okay, Virgo, this new moon in Pisces is happening in your house of committed partnerships. This is any partnership, any relationship that you feel is significant in your life, that you give energy to. And it can be also people who provide services to you, that you provide services to, that where you have an ongoing relationship. This is all ongoing relationships that matter to you. And the message I got for you was new boundaries, Virgo. You need new boundaries. You are a mutable sign, and it's very easy to put other people before you. You're the practical healer. You love to help. You have very healing energy yourself, but sometimes you can forget whose energy is whose, and you can give too much of your energy away to other people or let other people drain you. And so this is saying it's time to really shore up your boundaries, and don't be afraid to set boundaries. I know it's hard because sometimes we're really afraid of rejection, or like we're going to lose the relationship. They're not going to like me, or they're going to make my life difficult if I set a boundary. But you absolutely need that right now, Virgo. It's time. And I'm going to pull a card for you. And the card for you, Virgo, is patience. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize, Virgo. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So Virgo, one of my daughters is a Virgo, and I see some of the challenges she deals with. And I have other friends and clients that are Virgos too. And you can be so hard on yourself. Here's the card, by the way. You can be so hard on yourself. You can give everybody else in your life plenty of leeway, plenty of room to, have, make mistakes, and you give them so much leeway, and yet you don't give that to yourself. You hold yourself to such a high standard. And this is saying, let in space for you also to be a human being, for you to be, I don't like the word flawed, because we all have things that we'd like to change, but you can be such a perfectionist. And this is saying, have patience with the things that you're trying to create, and don't judge yourself, Virgo. Don't judge yourself because something isn't happening fast enough, or judge your life because thinking you're doing it wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. You are just living your path, doing the best you can with the resources and the knowledge that you have. Give yourself the patience that you give other people, Virgo, because you are a beautiful soul. Libra, this is happening for you in your 6th house, the new moon in Pisces, your 6th house of everyday routines, work and health, your body, nutrition, exercise routines. This feels to me, the message for you that I'm getting for you is let yourself be in the flow of improving. This is the house of self-improvement in some ways. It's ruled by Virgo traditionally in the zodiac. It's letting yourself, giving yourself the spaciousness and the flow, the intuitive guidance. Let it flow in for where you can improve something that really matters to you. Not being critical of yourself, not saying, oh, I really have to do this, or I really have to do that, or, you should be 10 pounds lighter by now, or you should have stopped, you were going to stop drinking a long time ago and you're not doing it. So, you're no one can count on you, all those negative. It's time to let go of all those negative messages and just say, I'm choosing to improve X area of my life. I'm choosing to improve this routine. I'm choosing to get more sleep, or I'm choosing to eat better. I'm choosing to exercise more because it will help. It will make me feel better. It will make me feel better. And I'm going to do what I need to feel better. That's enough. That is enough, Libra. That is enough. So now I'm going to pull a card for you. And the card that I get for you, Libra, is clairvoyance. And when I see this card, I see your God self. I see your light self. And this to me is saying, yes, clairvoyance is about your spiritual ability, expanding your spiritual ability to visualize and see with your third eye, spiritual guidance. It's definitely a nudge saying that you have the ability to be clairvoyant if you're not in touch with that yet, but it's also saying, see the truth of who you are. See that the light in me sees the light in you, that you have this God self within you. You have this light self within you that can carry you into new horizons, into new possibilities. And the card is Archangel Raziel, and it says, I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love, so you can connect to this love that wants to give itself to you and wants to make you feel unconditionally loved. You are unconditionally loved, Libra. Unconditionally loved. Scorpio, this is happening in your 5th house of creativity, of romance, of true love and children. Scorpio, this is such a beautiful energy for you, and you're not afraid, Scorpio, to do the deep dive into shedding a skin. That is what you're good at. That's what you're gifted at. You are always willing to transform, to rise like the phoenix from the ashes. And with Pluto right now, conjunct Mars and Venus, I feel like this is an opportunity for you to reach a level of prosperity, is what Spirit's telling me, of contentment, of rich, passionate creativity. This is an opportunity for you to go to a whole new level with that in your life. Now the cards for you say, ooh, this is interesting. Career transition. Is there some change you want to make in your career life, Scorpio? This is Archangel Shamuel saying your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So maybe you love your career, but you want to make some shift to make it more fulfilling, or maybe you really are ready for a career change. This is happening for you. There's a flow of energy for you in the direction of shifting up your career in some way. Connect with Archangel Shamuel. Ask for guidance. It's a blessed career change. It's going to help every area of your life. And yes, there's something you're going to need to release and let go in order to make this happen. Maybe it's a way of being. Maybe it's that you've been too hard on yourself in your career. Maybe you need more space. Give yourself more space, less criticism, more accolades, more positive, loving self-talk. But this is on its way to you, Scorpio. Sagittarius, this new moon in Pisces is happening in your 4th house of home, family, and your inner self. The 4th house is at the bottom of your chart. It's where we are most inward. So this new moon in Pisces is calling you inward, Sag. It's calling you inward to really look at what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled, to give yourself permission to know that you can have that. It could also be on a very practical level that you're making changes in your home, that there's a change in your family, maybe a new family member coming in. Maybe you are meeting someone and you will move in together and they will be a new family member. A new child being born. But this is, it's a transformational house. You could just be transforming your decor in your home as well. Or there could be family healing that's happening for you, that's on offer for you. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Sag. Courage. Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs, Sagittarius. So this card is saying stand your ground. Is there a place where you need to set a new boundary? Is there something that has been upsetting you that you know isn't right for you that you need to change? Have the courage to do that, because this is going to change every area of your life. There's something going on with this new moon right now that it may feel like a test. I think a lot of us are feeling tested right now. But what it is we're letting go of an old self. And it's almost as though the divine is saying, well, are you willing to stand by the new self? Are you willing to shed an old behavior pattern? Something you do because it's maybe a little bit codependent, or it's just a place where there's some dependency that you have on a person, situation, or thing, or way of being, or behavior pattern that has given you some benefit, but it's no longer in alignment with who you are. Have the courage to stand in what you know is right for you, and you will see amazing new doors open for you. Okay. Capricorn. Capricorn, this new moon in Pisces is happening in your third house. Your third house of communication. I just had a little lapse for a moment. I was like, is the video still working? Okay, Capricorn, your third house of communication, of mindset, of perceptions. It's how you perceive information. It's also siblings. It's also your neighborhood on a very practical level. It's your neighbors, okay? But most of all, I think of third houses are how we express in writing, in communication, in correspondence, how we express our true self. And Capricorn, for you, the message that I get for you before I pull a card is that you can see your life with completely new eyes. Now, I know I said that in the general overview of this new moon, but you have had a very active transformational experience with Pluto being in Capricorn, and now Mars and Venus are there as well. And Mars is about our taking action on the things that matter to us, and Venus is about receiving what it is that we love, what it is that we want, what makes us happy. And they're conjunct Pluto, as I said earlier. And so this is a lot of energy for you in your sign that has been helping you for the past 4 months to really transform. And now, and Mercury went through Capricorn as well during its retrograde. So you have had a major rewiring of your brain, a major rewiring of how you see life. And now you get to express your new self. You're thinking differently than you were before. You've dropped some disempowering ways of thinking. So let's see what the cards have to say for you on how you can best actualize this new moon in Pisces, Capricorn. Compassion. Capricorn, it's vitally important that you have compassion for yourself, for everything that you have been through. It's really easy, this is the card, it's really easy as a Capricorn to judge yourself because you have such high standards. You want to do things well. You are a builder. You want to achieve. You want to maximize your potential. And yet you can be so hard on yourself. You can be compassionate with others, but not yourself. You can really judge yourself. This is Archangel Zadkiel, and it says, soften your heart with respect to the situation that you find yourself in and all of the people that are involved, including yourself. Soften your heart over something, Capricorn. What comes to mind when I say that? This card is telling you that when you soften your heart, when you accept what is, when you accept other people for who they are and accept you first and foremost for who you are, and allow this unconditional love to come through, everything will shift for you. Everything will shift. Life will just become easier for you, Capricorn. And wouldn't you like things to just flow a little bit more easily? I know you're a hard worker. I know that you're amazing at creating and building and having success, but it's been hard. Like it has been like a lot. It's been very heavy with all these planets in Capricorn, and it's time for you to soften and accept and just allow yourself to just flow with this energy of Pisces. Take a load off, put down the weight, and you'll see a shift. Aquarius, this new moon in Pisces is happening in your second house of values, of self-esteem, of self-worth, self-love. What really matters to you? It's also your earned income. So it can be a house where we get easily triggered, right? If things aren't going the way we want. But remember, this new moon, as I said earlier in the video, is conjunct Jupiter, where you could actually have maybe a new earning coming through in some way, new clients or new business, or you get a promotion, you get a raise, something like that could happen for you. The note that I made for you, you need to put yourself first, Aquarius. Some of you have been putting others before you to your detriment. It's time to put yourself first and to really tune into what you value and give your focus to that. Let's see what the cards have to say. Aquarius. Spread your wings. Archangel Ariel, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. What do you think this is connected to? Aquarius, where would you like to spread your wings? Where would you like there to be perfect timing? In what area of your life? This is saying it's time to go for it. It's time to let your true, authentic self come out. It's time to let your freak flag fly. I always think of that with Aquarius, because you guys do march to the beat of your own drum. Drop those limitations. You're not here to fit in. You're not here to do it the way other people do it. You are here to do things your way. Spread your wings and you shall fly. Okay, Pisces, this is your new moon. Wow, what a gorgeous new moon. Conjunct Jupiter, sextile Uranus. Wow, what a freeing, liberating new moon for you, Pisces. It's happening in your first house of identity, of status, of self-image, the way other people see you, the way you want other people to see you. Also, it's connected to your body. So when you're feeling really good, you tend to be in really good health. When you're feeling great about yourself, when you're feeling disillusioned or not as confident as you want, that's when health issues can come up. Especially your appearance. Maybe this is a moon where you want to change up your appearance, where you want to be a little more bold, or you want to come out even more in your authenticity in terms of how you, show yourself to others. So Pisces, I made a note for you, which is now I'm having trouble reading. That's for you. It says, you matter. The message Spirit gave me to give to you is you matter. You count. What you want matters. Put that first. You're used to giving to others unconditionally. You have the biggest, deepest heart. It's so easy for you to love everyone, even those that have harmed you. You matter. Your inner child matters. What do you want? What does your inner child most want with this Pisces new moon? Let's see what the cards have to say, Pisces. Take back your power. Wow, this is such a gorgeous card. Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Look at the light in this card. Look at the rainbow aura surrounding this archangel. This is such a ripe time for you, Pisces, to spread your wings and take back your power, reclaim. We've got this new moon conjunct Mars and Venus conjunct Pluto. Pluto's all about power. Pluto's all about letting go of ego control and embracing your true power and accessing it from the divine, which you're very good at. Let yourself go into any sort of practice, meditation, walking in nature, whatever, journaling, whatever you do, dancing, your prayers, whatever you do, let yourself do that where you connect to the divine, you connect to the Spirit. Ask Spirit to talk with you. Ask Spirit to give you the message that you need to move forward in your life. Ask Spirit for an image, Pisces, because you're so imaginative. And this new moon, I think you're going to feel like you're even more connected to your spiritual power than ever before. So ask for that breakthrough. Ask for that to be held, to be nurtured, to be shown the way, and you shall receive it. Okay, so thank you so much for your time, your presence, your energy, for watching this video. Thank you so much for your likes, for your comments, for your shares and your subscribes. I love it when you subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and so you become a part of this soul connected tribe, this community that I'm building here. You are so welcome. You are so loved. I have a free gift for you, as I said before. My gift is a guided meditation, so perfect for right now for this Pisces energy, returning home to yourself, returning home to your heart. I will leave the link below to go to my website, subscribe to my inspirational updates so you can get the free guided meditation, returning home to yourself. And I will be back very soon with my next video, and I'm wishing you the most beautiful Pisces new moon, and I'm sending you all my love.